What did Passion Pit say when they were playing Riichi Mahjong? Waiting on a little 3-6, singing up a Mahjong remix. Riichi and Pinfu and Sumo, Red 5 and Ura, I hope so. Let me run, oh let me run, like I'm Goku-san whose name Gohan. If we get exhaustive draw, I will react and maybe will cry. That's right, I listened to alt pop. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Passion Pit, one of my favorite bands of all time. I definitely, I came online when Passion Pit and Phoenix were huge. I don't know if I'm dating myself, you know, it's not as current as a Harry Styles, but I still think it's pretty cool. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Hope you enjoyed that genuinely as much as I did. We are in a weird situation, okay? How am I playing? I don't want to talk about it. I think we've been playing fine. But this is like a reverse social network situation. You know how in social network, Andrew Garfield's like, I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything. Well, I'm not trying to win first place anymore. I'm trying to just like win a hand. Because last game, I don't know if you saw this, spoiler alert. If you don't want to get spoiled, you're watching these somehow, you know, reverse chronological order or something. I don't think we won a single hand in that entire game. So I think our new plan is just maybe we try our hardest to win a hand and then, like, you know, take care of the pennies, the pounds take care of themselves. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into it. Dude, last video, this is an amazing little bit of a continuation. You didn't know this series was serialized, right? Last video, I said that I was gonna eat, Panda Express for lunch. Let me tell you something. I did. And with my significant other, we tried the new menu item, the sizzling shrimp. Let me tell you something. Not for the faint of heart. What do I mean by that? It was a little spicy. So spicy that it could not be enjoyed. Nah, dude, it was an absolute delight. This is not a sponsored segment or anything along those lines, but I'm just saying, the sizzling shrimp at Panda Express is an A+ in my book. A premium item for a limited time only. I did think that it was a little scummy that they didn't, see, I'm not licking boots, okay? I'm just licking shrimp. I did think that it was scummy that they didn't advertise it as a premium item, because sometimes they have items that are like, you know, they cost like $1.29 more to get with your meal, and they at no point did it say it was premium, but I'm pretty sure it was premium. They should probably put the price tag somewhere on there. We're not eating at a Michelin star restaurant where the wine doesn't have any price tags. This is a Panda Express. We're coming here because it's a economically sane option in this day and age. Okay, what are we doing here? We have some pairs of stay up playing Riichi So we have some pairs in our hand. We have 3 pairs in our hand, no album out. We could go for an all simples. Like, discarding the 9 and discarding the 1 is not necessarily the worst idea. Like, discarding this as well. This hand feels a little slow, right? Right Lord is starting to discard good stuff. Left Lord is also starting to discard. I mean, they were willing to open up their hand. Should we do a little bit of snooping? Oh, that changes things. This is now a 7 pairs hand. This is now a 7 pairs hand because I don't want to risk getting into some dangerous water. So they've got a win-loss graph that'll make me jealous. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely got the Waluigi mustache going on. I swear I don't know what this is. I play Riichi Mahjong for the Mahjong client. Okay, they've also got, like, you know, the epic highs and lows of high school Mahjong. What have you got going on? Dude, everyone's been playing kind of well except for me. I mean, I don't think I'm playing awfully. I don't think I'm about to get booted out of Master 1 anytime soon. But it would be nice to win again, you know what I mean? Do I really believe in luck? Like, am I superstitious? Dude, I come from a family that's very superstitious. Like, it's weird, and I hope I'm not speaking like, you know, haphazardly or inappropriate around anyone's experience, but in my experience, it's like Chinese American families, again, this is only in my experience. On the one hand, they're like, hey, you need to study science because math and science are very, very important. And on the other hand, they're like, if we don't set up our house properly, there's gonna be ghosts inside. You know what I mean? It's like this weird duality of like being hardcore STEM lords on one hand, and on the other hand being like, no, if we step on a crack, someone's mother's back is about to be broken. You know, we don't know who necessarily, but it's gonna happen. It's a very, very, very strange thing. I don't necessarily believe in bad luck, and I'm not just saying that to try to be like cool or an edgelord or anything. Like, I tend to think that things have an explanation. Like, I don't really believe in ghosts. Now, could I probably be convinced? Yeah, I could probably be convinced, but I'll tell you this one experience, okay? So in upstate New York, where we lived, we had this thing where in some of our rooms, there was like a fan and a lighting thing up top. Do you know what I mean? Like a fan, a ceiling fan, but with lights and stuff. And for some reason, not only would there be like a wall thing on the like a switch to turn it on, but we would also have remotes for some of them to I guess adjust the fan speed and turn on the lights so you could, I guess, turn it on without using the lights. Okay, it's making a lot more sense to me now, but wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me that you love me more. This is a little bit awkward, right? Anyway, one day I was sitting alone in my room. I sat down and oh, come on, dude. And suddenly the fan started spinning like I didn't touch anything, and then the fan started spinning, and the ceiling lights started turning on and off and on and off. Like there was like genuinely a spirit in the air, okay? There was genuinely a spirit in the air. And my voice got shaky and I was like, Dad. And then I got up and I realized I'd been sitting on one of the remotes. You know what I mean? I think that like more often than not, those will be the explanations for superstitious events, you know? Or like, I don't know, have you ever met a narcissist before? People lie. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, do you realize that you're under oath? Yeah, and then guess what? People just still lie. I know, bonkers, the human condition. I mean, I used to lie a lot, okay? Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave voice. I used to be a POS, okay? Hang on. What do we do about this? We're one tile away from being able to call Riichi with this hand, which is kind of amazing. What do we want to see? I suppose we want to see like another 6 or another 7 of characters, so we can get on a wait for the 7-9. I don't think that we necessarily want this, although I'm not particularly sure at this present moment. I mean, that would be a good safe tile to throw later. You know what? There's a world where we try to specifically wait on the door, right? Like the 5 or the 8. Like that's not a bad situation. I will just take the 10 pie. You know, we're 10 discards in, no album out. Like I will just take the 10 pie here. Will I even con the green dragon if it comes out? Yeah, I'll con the green dragon. I feel pretty good about this hand. I was feeling confident enough to Riichi, and so I'm confident enough to con, right? All right, this is green dragon 1 Dora. That's fine. You have no idea how nice it is just to hit the Ron button once in a while. Anyway, I used to lie a lot, you know, because my parents would come home and they were like, "Did you do your homework?" And then me, after doing nothing but finding other Pokemon trainers to play with on the Maryland.com forums. Yeah, I did. Luckily, like at this time, we had some older TVs, but this was like past the era where you could, you know, touch the TV screen to see if it was hot. You know, you could watch a lot of TV and kind of get away with it. Do I think that this was right? I don't know, dude. I think like, honestly, if I was God, and you know what? Sometimes my Mahjong plays might indicate that. Yeah, that's right. He's feeling okay about some of his decision making sometimes. The most tepid response in the world. What is this hand? This hand is nothing. Oh dear Lord, this hand is nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one of these floating tiles to become a shape, like yesterday. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I guess I'm keeping the 5 because, you know, with the 8 we could draw a 9, but with the 5 we could draw a 4 or a 6. Right Lords making their way downtown super duper fast. At least, luckily, it doesn't seem like they're going for any kind of flush or anything. Okay, Red Dragon would have been scary to deal in with, but let's get rid of that early. I mean, the closest thing that my parents could have done is that, like, touch my Nintendo DS screen, right? And I don't think that's not like a memory foam. It doesn't remember, no, it cools down pretty easily. It doesn't even get that hot. If I was God and I was judging myself at the end of my life, which is a real morbid thing to say in a Riichi Mahjong YouTube commentary video, by the way. If I was doing that, I would be like, you know what? You are probably forgiven for being a teenager and being depressed AF and trying to find some joy in the Pokemon forums. You know, that's not that bad. Also, it genuinely taught me a lot of valuable skills. The skills that I learned using the software program GIMP, which is like Photoshop, but I think it's open source. It's free. The skills that I learned doing that. Oh my god, the voice line for this is so long. I'm so sorry. I have to mute you. I'm so sorry. It's just the voice line is too long. Those skills genuinely help me out with the thumbnails. You know what I mean? It's like nice. You should, like, if you're, I'll say this in case any parents are watching. Number one, what are you doing? You should be, no, I'm just kidding. Even parents also need some time to relax. Obviously. But if your child has like an interest in that stuff, like you should try to take an interest in that stuff with them, you know? It's a nice bonding activity. Encourage their talents. It'll come in handy eventually, you know? You never know. It doesn't seem like they're going for a flush. Dude, I know this might be premature. I'm kind of known around my place as, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's close to the door! At least it was a small hand. It was a closed weight. At least it's only 2,000 points. But I was like, there's 19 tiles in the wall. I don't know if anyone's gonna get into Tenpai or maybe get a chance to Ron, so I will just try to get into Tenpai before the end of the game. And you know what? Paying 2,000 points is better than paying 3,000 points if I was the only one that was out of Tenpai in an exhaustive draw situation. Let's take a look at our shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, those are our shapes. We should have kept the east wind in our hand for later, but we're going to discard this. This 2-4 shape is unfortunately speaking to me a little. Like, if we draw a 3 of bamboo right now, that'll change things. The 5 of characters actually needs to GTFO from our hand almost immediately. We're not using that. The best case scenario for this hand is Riichi Pinfu Red 5 Dora. Like, that's pretty good. If we can stack on one more Han after that, like a sumo or something, like a Ipatsu, one or a Dora, that's a guaranteed Mangan. So this is a hand that I think is definitely worth fighting for. There was like a 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence buried in this hand somewhere. Ah, okay, all right. We cannot forsake the Dora. It's a little bit disappointing because now we would gladly chi into a 5 of characters. That's interesting, but I think we now are pivoting to an all simples hand. If we have to, we can get rid of this 6, 7 shape. It's either we're gonna get rid of that or the 2, 3 shape, right? It's a little bit greedy, but I think going all simples and moving a little bit faster on our feet is the right thing to do here. I just sounded like a lot of people that I've met. Like, so I used to work in podcasting as a podcast producer. What does that job mean? Effing nothing, dude. Just, I mean, something, but also like kind of nothing. Hang on. I'm greeting out, so you better get this party started. We're gonna end up in Furten. If we can't chi into a 5 or an 8, we're gonna probably end up in Furten. One of the zuzziest Furtens of all time, but this hand is so strong. Okay. Okay. We can even pawn the 8 of characters now. We'll still end up in Furten. Oh my god, it feels so bad right now. It feels so bad. What do we want to see? 5 of characters or 8 of characters? That is not one of the tiles that I just said out loud. Anyway, working in the podcast space, it's not like you're actually working at a Fortune 500 like tech company, right? Or whatever. You know, I don't know what any of this is. Is she eating an oyster? Okay. But you meet a lot of business people trying to make money, and everyone like. There's a specific cadence that entrepreneurs use that make me so distrustful for them. Because guess what? I worked under a few of them, and not the greatest working environment. Just like, all right, everyone, yeah, let's totally do it. No, we can totally do that. Yeah. Like agreeing to everything, bringing like so much energy, but it's like weird, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's good to be excited in a business context if you really believe in what you're doing, but there's something weird about the energy that entrepreneurs use, okay? Look, I hate to break this out at you, but if this resonates with you at all, you're legally required to leave me a comment, okay? Either in here or in the Discord or something. I would love to hear your experience if you feel the same way. I don't want to be, I don't think I'm the only person to have ever felt this way. I'll put it that way. This hand's looking pretty nice, right? We got some decent shapes in our hand. We can pawn the red dragon whenever it comes. Unfortunately, we don't have a great pair in our hand. Like drawing the 5 of circles would honestly be the nut draw. I mean, the rest of our 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of our hand looks okay. I'm gonna keep this white dragon in the south wind just in case, for some safer discards in case someone calls a Riichi or Right Lord calls a Khan or something. But yeah, that's my experience working in podcasting. Wow, they had such a fast hand, kind of unbelievable. Sea wind, prevalent wind, okay, they got a little bit of the momentum here, but if you look at all the point totals, nothing has really changed. You know what I mean? It's like the who's really in a position of power in the United States, man. Nothing has really changed. This hand is good. We can pawn the our seat wind and our prevalent wind and schmoove our way into a half flush in the character suit. This is feeling really good. Seat wind, prevalent wind, half flush is already 4 Han. If Goku-san is Gohan, and if we can get like a red 5 or something, that's a guaranteed Mangan. All right, so now it's kind of obvious what we're going for. We're going for character tiles. That should be known to everyone at this table at this point. A lot of honor tiles being dropped. I don't necessarily love that. A lot of good tiles being drawn by yours truly, which doesn't feel that great either. Right Lord is opening up their hand very, very aggressively, and oh my god, my kingdom for an honor tile, dude. What is this? Do we fold here? I mean, it's just all simples from what I can tell. They could still be waiting on a 6-7 somehow. It's just really, really unlikely. I don't think that we can get rid of like a lot of our Tanya tiles, you know, 2 through 8s. This 8 is an exception because Right Lord has discarded it. Green Dragon is safe, Northwind is safe, but the Vivian Westwind is definitely not safe. So that's the honor tile that we're gonna have the hardest time getting out of our hand. Drawing another Northwind is actually okay here. We can use it as our pair. Crosslord calls the Riichi. Someone's gonna win this game. Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously someone's gonna win this round, but like someone is actually gonna win this round. All the 2s are gone, so I feel relatively safe in discarding this 1. They literally can't be on a double pair weight. All right, that's kind of the kiss of death right now. We cannot get rid of this Dora tile, this 7 of circles. All the 5s are gone, so no one can have a 5-6, but they could still have an 8-9 or be waiting on a double pair weight for the Dora and for something else. So this is not necessarily a safe tile. I think if I, you know, really, really had to, I could get rid of this, but not right now. Right now, I think we can afford to play a little bit more safe. A little bit safer, excuse me. English major, by the way. So maybe a little slight bit of a misplay there, right? I discarded that Northwind before noticing that the 3 of characters was discarded by a Crosslord. So it's actually going to be a safe tile here. Maybe not to Right Lord, but it's half Suji to that as well. I can't believe this. What is exactly going on here? Because Right Lord seems like they're folding in the midst of all this. Wow, they are. And a Crosslord Sumos. Luckily, it's not a big hand or anything, but they definitely did have 1 copy of the Dora. So 4 Han. This is the thing. With a Pinfu hand, the mini points are really low. So a 4 Han hand is not that impressive if you just have Pinfu. But if you have a 5 Han hand, you guarantee yourself the Mangan, and shooting yourself up to that 8,000 point threshold is very, very nice, right? So what is this hand looking like? Hey, buddy, relax. Can we just like sit and play the game for a second? Holy moly. This hand maybe looks like an all simples hand. We also have 4 pairs in our hand, no album out. Okay, sure. All of our shapes mean something. If we had to discard anything right now, it's this 2-3 of characters. But look at Right Lord, dude. So inspirational. And by that I mean, I want to freaking concede because they just have such a fast hand. Left Lord discarding the Dora, maybe just trying to fold before it gets too dangerous. Interesting. All right, this is a 7 pairs hand now. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai. What do we call Riichi with this hand? If we can maybe wait on some... They're on a honky-tonky wait. Okay, so they have a seat wind and a prevalent wind, and they discarded a 7 of circles. My prediction right now is that this is either a 6... No, it's not a 6. They cheat into a 6. It's a 9 of circles. It's a 9 of circles for sure. Do I pawn this? Do I start making mogul moves? Dude, it's a single tile wait. Like, it can't be that good, right? And I have a chance to... Oh my god. Someone was thinking about the 3 of characters. They discard the 8. This is 100% a 9 of circles. What? What? The greatest read of my life. The greatest read of my life. This is not scripted. I'll put my shoe on my head. I don't know what you want me to tell you. This is not scripted at all. They discarded a 7 from this shape. And then we were like, is it an 8? No, they just discarded an 8. And they hesitated before discarding it. Dude, I feel like I'm seeing the freaking Matrix right now. Are you kidding me? Okay, that felt amazing. Does anybody else need a cigarette after that? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shapes in our hand. No pair as of right now. Tell me how I'm supposed to run with no pair. That's a great song parody. I'm not gonna mince any words. That's just a great one. But I mean, this is the thing about song parodies. Sometimes they got legs, sometimes they don't. Like, that's a great one-liner, but beyond that, it's not that amazing. It's nothing to write home about. Okay, what's going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, if we can draw something around the sure. I can honestly chi this, but I'd have to charge and then maybe pawn a red dragon and then end up on a wait for a 3 or a 6 of circles. Like, this hand moves pretty fast. I don't know if it's irresponsible to open up my hand when our shapes are, when our Severus shapes aren't that impressive, but this feels okay to me. Drawing another 5 of characters is honestly weird because now if we chi into a 3 or a 6, there's a chance we can end up in for a 10, but you know what? Waiting on a 3-6, waiting on a little 3-6 from my Little Secrets parody by Passion Pit. It's a premonition. Oops. Sorry about that, buddy. See you in the Shadow Realm. So this is a very, very interesting situation. No one is above 30,000 points, and we are moving into South 4. It has been baby hands this entire time. So if we can win and you know, get above 30,000 points, we can end the game here. If no one is above 30,000 points at the end of this round, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know. But I want to keep either the 4 or the 8 of circles as my last shape, and I want to call Riichi here. Okay, this is it. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai, right? No, we're not. We're 2 tiles away from Tenpai, and we don't really have a pair, but the 9 can always become our pair. 2, 4, 6 is amazing. So I'm gonna do what's a pro gamer move right now. I'm gonna break up the triplet. I don't know if that's right, but it's not like I'm breaking up any of this, right? I don't know. I want to call Riichi here. If we can get Riichi, Pinfu, pure double sequence, red 5, like, we might just be able to straight up end this game. But if no one ends with 30,000 points, we move into the West 1 round. And then we go into West 2, etc., until someone finally gets over 30,000. Okay, that's actually not what we want to see here, right? Because, like, the plan is not for the 6 to be our pair. The plan now has to be for the 9 to be our pair. So maybe that was a little bit short-sighted on my part, but the 1, 3, 5 and the 2, 4, 6 shapes are, like, pretty weak in and of themselves. So, or, like, they would be so much weaker if I throw one of the tiles away, right? Because instead of accepting 2 tiles, we can only accept 1, but maybe breaking up the triplet there was way too hasty. Okay, fine. We're schmoovin'. We got a 5, 6 shape right now. A double-sided weight, upgrading our weird double. There's a specific name for this in Japanese, but I don't know I don't know what it is in English. So I'm about to do what's called a pro gamer move. I'm gonna go for a 4-5-6 mixed triple sequence in all 3 suits. When the world needed him most, he finally saw a 4-5-6 Sanshoku. Holy moly, dude. Okay. There's also a world where if someone calls Riichi and we have to, we don't want this. This is a more dangerous tile than the 1 of circles. Let's keep the 1 of circles for later. Okay, a lot of 7s are being discarded, but luckily for us, a lot of 4 of circles are still available. Green Dragon, how's that looking? It's actually very dangerous, so we have to get rid of it. Someone's thinking about pawning it, or maybe, you know, trying to go for the biggest Riichi hand of all time. That's not a good sign for us. People pawn and chi to get into Tenpai at this level, so that's very scary. Or to get close to Tenpai, like we just did with this hand. Sure. So we actually, you know, we are in Tenpai. We're waiting for a singular 4 of circles. Wow, unbelievable. Tell me that this is Green Dragon Dora as the dealer. This is like 2,900 points. 3,900 points. Is this enough? No, it is not. Okay, all right. We can still win this game. It's South 4. We don't move into the West round because it's not technically a repeat. But okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, we do have 5 shapes, but they are not good shapes. Okay, that helps, I guess, a little bit. He said, question mark. We have like too many pairs in our hand, no album out. Oh my god, this is a really nice all simples hand all of a sudden. All simples red 5. Yeah. We start opening this hand, right? Yeah. And then now if we draw another West Wind or Seat Wind or a Red Dragon, we can actually just use that as a Yakuhai as well. Maybe throw away the 2 of circles. So that feels pretty good. It feels like a Madonna touched for the very first time kind of situation. Please, dude, don't do me like this. Oh, don't do me like this. Like lately my luck has just not been there. Like the situations where I really need to draw good tiles. Look at what we've drawn. Like nothing that advances our hand, not even a little bit. Oh, okay. All right. You wanna play like this? Let's play like this then. We can even pawn the 7 of bamboo at this point. So many 8s are gone. All my apes gone. Oh my god. We can't even chi into an 8 probably. Okay. I mean, the 5 of bamboo is luckily still an option for us. Or we draw into 3 concealed triplets. All right, fine. If we draw, oh, okay. Right Lord calls a Riichi. We are in 3rd place. That's not a safe tile at all. No one is backing down. Holy moly. Am I willing to discard this 6 of characters though? It's so close to their Riichi tile. I'm gonna bide my time for a little bit, see if anyone discards anything like a, oh man, or if we can't draw any. I mean, we're going for 4 concealed triplets, I guess. Like, what are we doing here? Half Suji, bottoms up. It passed. Oh my god. So we're waiting on a 5 of characters, which has been discarded as the Riichi tile. So if someone falters here and decides to fold, we actually slurp them up. This is Suji to that 5. Hopefully it's not a Suji trap. It's not. It gets pawned away. Interesting. Yes. Ah! I can't. I just effing can't, dude. Emmanuel can't. I think someone's waiting on the Dora. A Crosslord hasn't discarded a single character tile. Left Lord has only discarded 1 character tile. I can't do it. If they end up in Tenpai, it's not like we end the game either, right? We go into the West round. 1 should be safe. It's Suji Gaming. Pretty soon we're gonna have to pick our tiles very, very carefully. You can pick your friends. You can pick your friends' noses, etc. That's not a safe tile. What the F are they waiting for? It must be a closed wait. Like this. This was discarded after they called Riichi for sure. Okay. This must be a terrible closed wait, but it puts so much just like pressure on the table, you know? We're not gonna get into Tenpai anyways. Could you imagine if I misclicked and just discarded the door there? I mean, it's a confused... It's not like totally sadness to Xanderkind. But it's not particularly a happy moment either. Do you know what I mean? Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Not like this, dude. Actually not like this. The under the sea to win it all? Clearly we weren't the protagonist that round. They also had 3 Oradora. Come on with this Oradora stuff, dude. Where's my Aura-san, dude? Where's my Oradora? He's jealous. He's jealous. So a lot of dealing in happened this round, but they're all small hands. So this is really interesting. They dealt. What do you do here? You throw the 5 because you don't want it to be. You can't use it and it's dangerous for you. And you want to eventually chi into a 5 and throw the white dragon. There's 7 tiles left in the wall though. Maybe at this point I would probably just discard the white dragon to be safe. What would I discard here? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. But the 5 is the Dora? I would discard the 8 of characters. And that's what they do. Who does that deal into? I guess me. Because I've discarded a few 9s and it comes from a 6, 7 shape. Absolutely. Okay, so that's a nice read there. I think this stuff probably, you know, strengthens the Mahjong gameplay somehow. So I discarded, unfortunately, I saw what I discarded. It's a 5. Oh, this one. Right. I was like, I just want to get into Tenpai before the end of the round. Maybe 19 tiles in is a little bit too premature. The 5 deals into Right Lord. What is the 6? The 7 comes from a 4, 6 and then, or a 5, 6. What? It comes from a 4. What happened here? Where did that 7 come from? Wow. Okay, yeah. This is one of those situations where I'm like, if I had thought about it for a really, really long time and considered what the Dora was, yeah, I didn't realize this was so close to the Dora. Okay, that's you know, sometimes people will bend over backwards just to make the Dora useful in their hands, and that's how it can get you sometimes. This is a 4 concealed triplets hand. I would discard the 5 or the 5 in a heartbeat. This is the more dangerous tile. Interesting. This is actually a pretty okay safe tile because you have 3 of the 7s. No one has a 6, 7 probably. And no one has called Riichi. They were sitting in Damaten for this? Pure double sequence, all simples. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I would have had the gall to call Riichi here either. It's like, it's not very good. You have to wait on a 5 to come out. I honestly respect their Damaten decision. The name of my slam poetry Mahjong book. You discard the Northwind here and it gets you into trouble? Jeez. Yeah, like this luck is just unbeatable. This luck is just unbeatable. What happens here? We actually win one off of them. So what do they discard? They have 7, 8, 9, 4, 4, 6. Probably they discard a 4 or a 6, but the 6 is closer to the door, so that the safer tile is the 4. The safer tile is the 4, because I could have a 7, 8 as well, and I could be waiting to slurp up your entire lunch. I didn't, but the 4 would, I don't know. I think you're still supposed to discard the 4 there. Okay. I mean, not the cleanest game, but honestly still pretty fun. It was very, very exciting towards the end, even though we weren't able to eke out the victory. Like, we were fighting in the mud there. We were definitely fighting in the mud. If you enjoyed the video, I hit my nose on the mic guard. Please leave a like and a comment. Helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos every day. You can also watch me on Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is in the description. You can also see the VODs channel and the community Discord link down below. Till next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.